What is up, gamers? It's Gio here, and today we're going to be going into the Multicrew ship systems, and this was announced in the letter from the chairman. I will leave a link in the description if you guys want to see it for yourself. So what they basically said in the overview on this, they want to have us, they gave us an example of, they want it to be like how Luke was in Star Wars, how Luke was on the turret and Chewbacca was like fixing and repairing the hard drive, that type of scenario. And it's not going to be, what I heard, they're trying to make the NPCs less effective than an actual human player, which is, I kind of already figured that, and a lot of us already thought that. So you're going to want to actually have human players in there that set up always hiring NPCs. Like, it's still be an okay option, I guess, but like I said, if you have friends online, just hire them for the job. Now, since we got that out the way, let's go ahead and get into it. Crew stations. Crew stations are the physical object that you interact with, a console that you either sit down or stand up at to perform your duties. These stations will have a single fixed ratio screen where the management UI or action is displayed. Keeping the screen a fixed size is important, as it allows us to use the same UI across all ships and stations without having to reinvent the layout every time. The screen itself will be similar to the Halo table in the hangar, in that information is displayed and updated in real time in the game world, allowing others to view your performance. This is good for the captain or commander, who makes sure you're not playing Galaga, and for you as you're logged on to the station. As you will be able to view any action on the bridge without necessarily having to exit your station. Actions. In Star System, the various systems you install on your ship drive the functionality of your crew stations and other consoles. Each station has access to a number of pre-configured actions, the interfaces that you use to manage the ship's various systems. Not every station will contain every action interface. Each interface is linked directly to the installed component. Therefore, if you fit a cheap power plant, the interface will be rudimentary. However, a better quality component will come equipped with a superior interface, allowing you to manage power to your subsystems more efficiently. However, should you decide not to install a particular component, you would not have access to the associated action interface. For example, if you install a shield generator, you will have access to the shield configuration interface. But if you're feeling brave, you might leave your hangar without installing a shield generator, and the shield configuration interface would not be available to any of the ship's crew stations. Action list. Shield management. The shield management action gives the user more granular control of the ship's shields and generators. Reinforce shield segments, which increases the segment's maximum expansion potential, as well as prioritizing its recharge position. Boost the recharge of shield segments which have been damaged. Tune the generator to be more effective in one of three areas: shield strength, recharge rate, or recovery time. Radar ops. On a basic level, the radar ops action allows you to identify targets, easing the workload of the pilot. This action will be expanded to include the ability to send commands to other fleet members. Identify targets so that the pilot does not need to. Focus the radar array to find potentially hidden targets. Flag weakened targets, allies in distress, or particularly dangerous enemies. Scan and identify subsystems on larger ships. E-War. The electronic warfare station gives you the ability to hinder an opponent's systems, bringing a new tactical edge to dogfighting. Use of the E-War suite requires the installation of a specialized electronic warfare module, which generates the effect in its radius. You can also fit an emitter to target specific enemies. Electronic warfare breaks down into the following areas: dampering, disruption, disable, and debuff. Communications. The most basic form of communication will allow you to open a channel to another vessel, set up a conference call, and deliver information data such as cargo manifest or ship complement. However, when additional components are slotted, automated messages become available for you to use. For example, if your ship has a docking ring, you may request a dock with another ship with a docking ring. Fuel. On a basic level, this action will enable you to decide which tank is being refueled via the ship's hydrogen scoops. Players with a refueling arm gain additional functions for managing, refining, and refueling. Scanning. The information that appears on this action depends on what scanner array you have installed. Avionics and CPU. This action allows you more granular control of the ship's avionics package, specifically relating to the CPU power. For example, you may prioritize certain systems such as ITTS or missile lock to gain a marginal deduction in lock-on time. Power management. Every component and weapon fitted to your vessel will appear in the power management screen. At multi-crew level, you gain more control over the individual power level each component is receiving. Navigation. This is where you might plan a route to another star system or plot a series of waypoints. Additional information will be made available to you, such as fuel usage, time to destination, and speed through point. These tools will allow you to generate routes based on fuel efficiency or time taken. Now that pretty much wraps up all the stuff that we go over, the Multicrew stuff. Now there is a station interface overview you guys can go look at. Goes in a little more details about the other stuff that we were talking about, so you guys go feel free to look. Like I said, it's in the description. And all the stuff that they just told us, they said that's not even all of it. They said wait till we get online, they're even going to have more stuff. So this is like the basic bare bones stuff, so I can't wait to see what else we're going to have in the persistent universe. But hope you guys enjoy and have a blessed day. And one more thing, Star Citizen for life.